Make peace with yourself. The war outside exists because the war inside exists. So, there's two sides to everything. In fact, there's more than two sides. But the two basic sides, which are in duality, is the positive and the negative. Okay. It's not necessarily that one is positive and the other one is negative. It's almost like oppositional side of the same thing. And the one can feed into the other. The one can exist because of the other as well. So it's not necessarily a good and a bad, a positive and negative, black or white. It's not that clear cut. But in terms of helping us to understand what is happening in the subtle fields of information, you always need two sides of everything in order to find completion. Without this side, you can't complete this side. Without this side, you can't complete this side. And I'm putting my hands out like this, but it could be this and this as well. It could be this and this as well. It could be in a direction. But anything away from center point means as soon as you go this way, something needs to go this way, because it has to counterbalance. So you need these oppositional forces in life to constantly get you to do that expansion, contraction. And every time you do it, you come back to the center, and your knowing of that center becomes stronger, and your knowing of how to find your way back to the center becomes stronger. It doesn't matter which direction you go, whether you go this way, this way, or this way. You always find your way back, and if you've done it enough times, all of those fears related to finding your way back to that center point just kind of goes away. It's the same thing as if you've lived for long enough without, in my case, a house. If you've lived long enough without it, you realize that actually you don't need it, you don't miss it, you don't have that fear anymore of not having it. Because it just becomes so natural for you to just be wherever you are, and that's enough. You don't need that thing, that security blanket, that safety net, if that makes any sense. It's not saying that I'm attached to also the travel, which means it's not like I'm going to do this forever, potentially. I may, but I'm not attached to it either. I'll give it up in a heartbeat and just go, okay, I want to settle down now. Ready for that. So either way, it's almost like you just learn how to not be attached to either one, but technically both are making your decisions, obviously, because they need to find completion. A part of you, through this experience, needs to find some form of completion for your soul to rest, for everything to feel like, okay, it's done now. You'll never have to wonder, oh, did I do enough of that thing? If you've done enough of that thing, you'll know that you don't need that anymore. So you just get on with what it is that you're doing.